Hey, uh, yeah. So if you get to read the book, and I hope you got it already for free in the days that it was available for free in Amazon. The two people that are watching this. Uh, so if you read the book, you'll notice one thing, if you pay attention to it, and that is, there's no we or our. I don't use that word until the very end, until the last episode, episode one, last chapter, episode one. Uh, and in that last chapter, I'm calling it episode one because, well, uh, insofar as this theory, this book is not a whole lot of nonsense, and I don't can see how it is. And I guess to the extent that no catastrophe will happen and cut uh, end human human engagement with philosophical thought because everyone would be, I don't know, nuked or religious, or I don't know, like they would stop just caring about philosophy and physics. Unless that happens, then I think this cannot be how this ends. This is just episode one. This whole book is just a prologue to what's going to happen, to the thing that would come after it, which is there's a lot to do with this. Like, I think there's a lot of adaptations of science, technologies, this stuff, but forget that. Uh, the thing that is important, that was important for me to say, is that in the book I am not using the word we, I am not using the word our, and that's a problem. Like, that's still a problem now. So I got a few comments here and there, and it uh, inspired me, gave me ideas of what videos to make, like what I can answer, what I can make emphasize, and so thank you for that. It was useful, but overall, this has been a monologue. This hasn't been a conversation, and this has been a monologue that has been going on for like 3 years. I mean, this theory is quite complex, and it's not something that I can. It got to the point where I couldn't really talk about it with anyone, not because I couldn't talk about it, as in it's secret, because it's a secret, but rather because it's so complex that to talk with someone about it, I had they had to read the book, and the book didn't exist. Uh, and because there's nothing else out there that is saying the same things, and again I checked, then I cannot tell them, okay, you should check this and then come back to this, because, well, there's nothing to check. And that's still the case, and I'm still talking to myself, and I think that's this. I've made enough videos to explain the theory, to explain the principle. Some videos are probably worse than others, but at the end of the day, they're not supposed to replace the book itself. They're just a way to introduce people to it, in a way that you don't, so that you won't need to read the entire book just to understand what it is about. And I hope that I achieved that with my broken English. I can assure you that my broken English is a bit more broken when I'm just making these videos than in the book, I think. Uh, but I think that I've kind of. I think this is a point where I should. Well, I'm not saying this is when I'm not gonna make any more videos, but I've been making a video almost every day for weeks, months now, I think, and it was kind of fun to do after work. But if I think that it's hard for me to even to. I'm trying not to repeat myself, and I think that at this point, it's gonna be hard uh, for me to make any more videos like at this rate. without repeating myself. Uh, and I think it's not useful also, because the amount of views that I'm getting are, well, I could just as well talk to someone on the bar and get more views on my, or more listening to my words, uh, or as. So this isn't, I thought this would promote the book, but I don't think that that's going to work. Um, so what I'm saying is, I'm probably gonna phase out of these monologues unless I, if you have questions, things you want to answers, challenges that you want me to address, uh, as long as you're respectful, uh, and yeah. So that would, I would definitely love to uh, reply, answer, uh, defend my ideas. Uh, but other than that, I think it's time to phase out of this and do other things. I have other things to do. I have a life. I have a job. I have the music. I need to start making new music. Yeah, I have. So I just didn't want it to be like one day I stopped making these videos, and what happened to him? Well, what happened is that I think reached the point where there's not so much more to say without interactions. So yeah, so going forward, maybe there'll be more videos, maybe not. I sometimes I see something on YouTube or in the news, and that makes me want to say something that is in relation to it. But I think to this theory, but I think I've done that sufficiently. And I really think that reading the book is a better way of understanding what I have to say. I hope. I mean, I don't like reading books, and I don't expect you to like reading books either. I'm not a writer. I'm not. I'm writing the ideas because if I don't write them, then there's no way to writing is the way that you get to understand what you're thinking properly and communicate it. But it's not. I'm a musician, not a writer, and I'm not an academic. I have like a degree, but that's it. So anyway, yeah. So see you or not, I don't know. Hope you enjoyed this, like enriched you in some way. See what happens next. I don't know, but it's gonna be definitely not as frequent as it has been this far. Bye.